Today I'll explain how to change the engine mount on a Peugeot 308 T9 body with a 1.6 HDI 120 horsepower engine, specifically this hydraulic mount. We need a pit or a lift to remove the engine protection cover. The replacement itself is straightforward. You need to unscrew 4 bolts from the top, 2 bolts from the bottom, and 1 bolt from the side. That's basically it. The first and most important step is removing the protection cover, then lifting the car in the oil pan area. It's similar to what's shown in the video, but to be precise, we didn't use a jack, we just rested it on the oil pan. From the engine compartment side, take a T50 Torx bit and start unscrewing the bolts one by one, all 6 of them. This is probably the easiest part of the procedure. The most challenging part is this bolt here, which is unscrewed with a T40 Torx bit, but you'll quickly run into the problem of not being able to reach it. I tried using a hook wrench and an extension, but there's little space. I also attempted with a ratchet, a socket, and a Torx bit. But again, there's not enough space and the ratchet isn't strong enough. It can easily break. Now for some life hacks. If you press on this expansion tank retainer with a regular flathead screwdriver, you can easily move the tank, this sphere, a few centimeters to the side, creating much more space. This allows you to use, say, a larger ratchet without any problems to unscrew this screw. Looking ahead, you don't need to unscrew it completely, just about 3 or 4 mm, let's say, to loosen it. Now, a few words about the previous 6 bolts. This was my first time doing this procedure, and I couldn't shake the feeling that the engine, well, it's not light, and if you unscrew the bolts too quickly or carelessly, the engine might, let's say, slide around to the right, left, back and forth, potentially causing some trouble. So I did everything very slowly and carefully, bolt by bolt, especially because as I unscrewed the bolts, a gap appeared between the cushion and the engine, and this gap kept getting bigger and bigger. Well, it was a bit uncomfortable, to be honest, but this gap actually appears because the rubber damper on the engine cushion moves slightly. Once I had unscrewed all the bolts, I realized that the engine wasn't going to fall off or fly away, as they say. Again, the entire weight of the engine, well, or practically all of it, is pressing down on the jack. The load is taken off the cushion and only the rubber itself is moving. So, that's it. The old cushion comes off and the new one is installed in reverse order. If you're interested, here's the old cushion and the new one, which is called the forehead. The part number is shown on your screen. As for pricing, at the time of replacement, I couldn't find or even order a new cushion in Belarus, neither an original nor an aftermarket part. The only options available were from salvage yards. Prices at junkyards fluctuate a lot, ranging from $28 to almost $90 at the time of recording this video. And of course, there's no guarantee that a part costing nearly $100 is any better or more reliable. Naturally, if you look for a similar part in Poland, for example, the prices are more attractive, starting from about $12. However, you need to factor in shipping costs, so that's something to consider. Now, as for why I actually changed the airbag, what were the symptoms and so on, let's do this. I won't give you the answer now. I'll leave a bit of suspense for the next video. To make it even more interesting, both the first and second airbags work perfectly fine, so don't rush to replace them immediately. Alright, double check everything. That's all I have for today. Thanks everyone for watching, see you next time.